first question for you would be, what are the needs that CC Investments are addressing right now on the real estate Romanian market?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much for having me here and to give me the opportunity to explain and introduce ACC Investments. Well, relating to your question, we have identified the need for corporations to find well-managed, easily accessible and well-operated accommodation for their expats, managers and employees. And at the same time, we see a need among the domestic tenants for nicely designed, well-kept, brand new apartments in the mid and upper segment, which have outstanding location and can be rented both for the short and the long term.
Address the needs of the HR department when it comes to expats, because the main target for this type of housing are the expats working in Romania.
Yeah. Well, it's a good question, So basically, expats needs a professional landlord who is willing to and has the capability to support their needs and provide with comprehensive service packages, as they are not new to the country and are usually focused on their work. Well, they should basically. They want and need a professional counterpart to deal with. In terms of accommodation, they want a modern environment in close proximity to their office. We have considered all of that and included that in our business strategy, also in selecting our apartments and our locations.
Regarded as an HR tool, how easy it is for HR managers or for recruiters to use this type of tool when it comes to building a strong and attractive package for expats in recruiting?
Yeah, well, providing housing for employees is an instrument of active HR policy, and is basically also something which I think it's a care of your employees. Benefits for a company can include loyalty to the company, positive influence on performance, welfare, and provision improvement of the working atmosphere, facilitation respected to it, add value in the recruitment and reduction of absenteeism. These are basically some of the points. From the employee's point of view, these kind of French benefits mainly covers the following needs: increase of sense of security, higher value of monetary remuneration by reducing or covering general rising expenses like tax optimization, increase of status symbol, etc.
The role of corporate housing and this type of apartments in making the accommodation of expats easier in a new country, in a new environment, a new culture, in a brand new context.
Yeah, having a professionally operated corporate housing makes a significant difference in terms of experiencing a country and having a long-lasting impression of thereof, The less issues, challenges, and obstacles expected face in terms of their living space, the better their improvement, or let's say impression of Romania, it's given as well. And of course, the more pleasant their stay, the less disrupted they are, and they can work ultimately better and give a much better performance.
From your information, what are the facilities that are the most important for expats when coming in a new country and choosing a place to live in?
Yeah, it is usually a well-located, modern and well-serviced home. That means all households appliances need to be of good quality. Furniture has to be very nicely, very stylish. Wi-Fi should work very well. Surrounding nice. Close to shopping centers. Close to everything what makes the stay pleasant. And therefore, we decided that we are buying basically all brand new apartments regarding and covering all of this, and also the style which we put in. It's a kind of a little bit New York style, fancy style, but very cozy and very pleasant.
Something about the connection between retention and where you live as an expat, and type of comfort you get, and type of attention you receive from your company when they offer you a good type of housing. Can you give me a bit more details about this connection between retention and where you live?
Yeah. Also a good question. As a rule, businesses that they take care of their staff get a lot in return. Despite the current economic environment, the market remains dynamic, and people, especially the well-qualified ones, can choose their employee. So high attrition is very costly to the business, as we know, both in financial and operating disruption terms as well. Hence, any way that helps motivate staff, people, and show an interest of the employer in their well-being, I think that's a valuable tool, and gives to the employee also, let's say, a more feeling that they are not just only employees, and they are saying that employees for us is the most important, but they don't do anything around it, right? So giving to them a nice possibility of a nice environment, I think this is very well and very well thought. And as we all know, we all spend the most of the time of our life, we spend it working, right? Either sleeping or working.
Definitely. And now I would like to get back to a few technical details, if I may say so, which may be of high interest for HR managers and recruiters. Can you tell us a bit about the prices, the range prices we need to have in mind?
Yeah, well, as any other accommodation, it depends on the location, the size, and furnishing, but also on the length of the stay. So it's very hard to say that in a number. That's really depending on that. So I don't think that a number it's the right thing to state here, but I think these are the most differentiator which makes a price.
Apartments can be rented at this moment?
Well, this can vary. The shorter the stay, the higher the probability that there is all inclusive in the package. And in our portfolio, we have apartments in the most demanded area of Bucharest, usually in buildings that also offer, as I said before, private gym, playgrounds, and other important amenities. In terms of size, we start from studios and have up to 4 rooms, as well as luxury penthouse. So the luxury penthouse part is kind of a little bit a small thing. We are really addressing the mid upper size of that, So in a short-term rental, one can book starting from 1 night. There is no maximum period at the end,
Have you noticed any differences between the Romanian market and the other European markets when it comes to corporate housing?
Romania and Bucharest in particular is a very dynamic employment market where employees need to motivate their staff to stay. You don't see this as much in mature markets. Hence, employees need to invest more to keep their best staff. And to be honest, I think let me say it in this way. The difference which I see is a little bit the short-term thinking, because in Romania you have ability to just walk away and go to another part, right? So to leave, and I also learned that, and this is a little bit different in other European countries, that they are not taking a lot beside of their clothes with them, so everything has to be ready there. But saying that, that's also a very, let's say, it's a way which it's much easier for them to choose the best option and the one which they feel very well. So I think this is the most different I have seen from other markets in that regard.
Based on your experience on the Romanian market and based on the feedback you received from the market up to now, what are your plans for the following period?
So as I said before, we will continue to focus on the upper segment with some properties in the upper luxury space, because we also think that there are top managers on top companies which they just need to have a little bit a different way. So we will also keep highest quality standard, keep only investing in properties in location close to offices and well connected to the transport network, as I said before, and also shopping malls and all what is about that. But in generally, to your question, we are really focusing us on the light upper segment.
We are all right now in the middle of a period, an unprecedented period. And for you at this point, have you seen any change in the way expats or HR departments are regarding or are addressing this type of matter, the one of corporate housing? Or do you foresee any changes in this field in the near future? Because it's something very new for all of us.
Oh, yeah. So basically, the whole COVID situation, it's a real big mess and very unpleasant globally, as we all see every day, every second in news and so on. On the other hand, I maybe want to state that one particular change we have seen during this COVID-19 regime is the significant increase in home office working. This means that the people spend more time at their home and than ever before. Accordingly, their home becomes highly important, and it serves as both as private and the home of their office. From what I understand, my companies will remain a higher home office rated than ever before. So this is a trend that business like ours will benefit from the whole situation. And also, if you see, I can tell you that from other locations, European locations, but also in United States, in Asia, and so on, companies are really thinking about, is it really needed to have this going to the office mentality, Because I think also they also will think about to maybe release spaces, office spaces, to then give the benefit to the people which working from home. And I changed a little bit the terminology of home working. I tell that mobile working. So it's a mobile working world which comes across very fast, much faster than maybe we ever thought about because of this COVID situation, So in that regard, to be honest, to have nice environment, to feel very comfortable, and to have a comfortable space like we are offering, this is basically actually, I think, it's a benefit out of a very bad situation. I have also many other companies, and of course, speaking with all people which I know across the world, everybody's saying to me that if you are not in manufacturing, of course, that's another story, but they are saying me they didn't see any disadvantage from the people which work from home. And also they saw improvement, in the home working, they saw improvement because the person could manage the things how they want to do in a different way. So this definitely, this definitely came along to acknowledgement to all of us. And therefore, my guess is that in a very short time, there will be, I'm always talking not about manufacturing or really things which has to be on stage. That's another story. But from the other part, I think that 50% is something which a ratio which probably will come very soon. Now, there is something behind of it as well. How much this impacts the social communication, the social interactions, the social behaving, because at the end, people sometimes, when you're stuck in your home and you don't go out of your home, something happen as well, But I think this is something which we will find out in the near future, and also there for HR is very important to put there also a social responsibility to their employees and help them to get in a good way.
For you, Mr. Cisullo, I would like to ask you, what type of expats do you have in your apartments from Bucharest? Well, talking about specialists, C-level managers, or
no, actually not only. No, actually not. They are not even. They are not all of them are C-level managers. There are even some other managers a little bit below. Because the salary is increasing as well in Romania, which is good. I like that. GDP is growing, salary is growing, so every person wants to have a better life, and that's good like it is. So I would say that it's maybe 50-50 on your question related, So we also have some people which went in pension, and now they want to have a little bit a good life in terms of having a good environment and in a nice place and so on. So it's about 50-50.